Hi everyone. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Sorry if my voice sounds off. I just have been sick and I'm so sorry, you guys. I feel absolutely awful for not being there, and I know that I haven't been there a lot and I just feel so terrible. So please forgive me. Hopefully I'll definitely be back on Monday and we'll go over all this, but after I posted the PDF, I thought that I don't have much of a voice, but I thought it would help to go through some of this. So really quick, the sum of the interior angles, remember sum means adding everything up. So if you're looking at this triangle, it has 3 sides, right? It's obviously one triangle. And then the sum of the interior angles is 180. So that means this angle plus this angle plus this angle is 180, right? Okay, a quadrilateral just means 4 sides. I'm not going to go through all of these. I'm just showing you. It has 2 triangles because we can split it this way. You could also split it this way, right? For it to have 2. And the sum, so this plus this plus this plus this is 360. Okay. Now, with looking at this, notice this goes up by 1, the sides, and the number of triangles goes up by 1. So when we're making this formula here, S is the sum of the interior angles. Excuse me. That's what S stands for. So this is the sum of the interior angles, meaning all the interior angles added together. And this is your formula, n minus 2 times 180. And look, if we call the number of sides n, if we subtract 2 from here, we get the number of triangles. Subtract 2, subtract 2, subtract 2. And we're timesing it by 180 because actually to get from here to here, we add 180, add 180, add 180, add 180. If we keep going, we're going to add 180. So that's actually where this comes from, which is why I showed you this first, okay? Now, here's the differences in some of these formulas. I think this is going to help. If we're talking about interior angles, interior, meaning inside, the sum, you're going to use this formula every time if it asks for the sum. So n is like, if this is 15, you're plugging in 15 for n, subtract 2, and then multiply by 180. Plug in 21, subtract 2, multiply by 180, okay, and so on. That's sum of interior. And that is going to be on this page. If it asks what is the sum of the interior angles of whatever, you're going to use this formula, sum of interior angles. Okay, if you have, you're finding the measure of each, okay, we use the same formula, which is this, S equals n minus 2 times 180, but you're dividing it by n again. So sorry, you guys. If it says each and it's still interior, you're going to use S equals, and you're going to plug in 5 because the pentagon is 5. It tells you up here if you forget. Pentagon, 5 sides, okay? 5 minus 2 times 180, and you're going to divide by 5 because this tells you the sum of all of the interior angles. But if you have 5 sides, you're dividing by 5 to find each interior angle. Okay, so if it says each, you use the same formula but divide by the n. So you're using these, see how these are the same number, okay? If it says sum, you just use this formula here. If it says each and it's still talking about interior, you use this formula but you divide by n. Now, exterior angles are supplementary, which means they add to 180 to their adjacent interior angle. So what that means is if this is 79, see how this makes a straight line? This must equal 180, the whole line. So if we do 180 minus 79, we get 101. This must equal 180. If we did 180 minus 61, we get 119. This must equal 180. If we did 180 minus 40, we get 140, okay? Sum of exterior. Exterior means outside. So if we add 101, 119, and 140, we'll get 360. So that's how I found all of these numbers, okay? Just subtract this from 180. So if we did 36 plus 104 plus, 36 plus 104 plus 91 plus 109, we get 360. And then finding all these, if we add these all up, we get 360. Add these all up, we get 360. So every single time, the sum of the exterior or the outside angles of any polygon is always 360. Now remember, before we were talking about interior. This is exterior. So it says, what is the measure of each? Here's the word each again. Each exterior angle of a regular hexagon. Hexagon means 6. Now, because it's exterior, we use 360 and we divide by 6, the number of sides, which is 60 degrees for each exterior angle. Each exterior angle of a 24gon. So again, we know that the sum of every exterior angle of every polygon is 360. So we're going to take 360, we're going to divide by 24. So each exterior angle is 15 degrees. Okay, if the exterior angle of a regular polygon measures 12 degrees, how many sides does it have? So this time, you know what? Don't even worry about these. Let's just focus on. So you know what? We'll get to that later. Let's just so this is what I just told you. You don't have to worry about. Don't worry. Let's just focus on these 4. The sum of interior angle, you use this formula, okay? The sum of the exterior angles is always 360. If it asks, what is the sum of the exterior angles? Your answer is always going to be 360. When it says find the measure of each interior angle, you use this formula. When it says what is the measure of each exterior angle, you use this formula. Okay? So again, what is the sum of the measures of the interior angles of the pentagon? So you're going to be using this formula because remember it says what is the sum of the interior angles of. So we use this formula. Okay. Now here the sum of the interior angles is 1620, meaning this is now 1620, and this time we're going to find n. So we divide both sides by 180, and then we add 2 to both sides to find 11. So it has 11 sides. Okay, for this one, it says 5 angles of the hexagon. These are the 5 angles. But hexagon means 6. So it says, what is the measure of the 6th angle? So first we need to see what all the interior angles add up to. So if we have 6 sides, we use the sum. Here's the sum of all the interior angles. This is the formula, 6 minus 2 times 180. So it's going to add up to 720. So if we take 119, 129, 104, 139, 95, if we add all those up, we get 586. And then we do 720, which is the total, minus 586, and you get 134. Okay, hopefully this helps. I really hope so. If you guys have questions, please email me, and I'm going to help the best that I can. But hopefully I just wanted to explain some of these because I feel like explaining it a little bit through video helps a lot. I was like writing a lot on here and I thought, oh my gosh, everybody's going to be so confused. So I really hope this helps a little bit. Okay, you guys, I can't wait to see you on Monday and I hope you have a wonderful weekend.